It's a BBL pandemic in the South African social media spaces, and honey, if you have not gotten yourself a big ass, you're gonna get left out of the club because everyone is getting themselves a big ass. Have you gotten yourself one? Hi tubers, and a very warm welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, like, share, and most importantly, leave your comment on the comment section right below. Today, I bring forth a very interesting topic, or rather conversation, that I have seen making rounds on our social media platforms, and that is the big elephant itself, the big ass. I want us to talk about why we've made this a trend. This will never not be funny to me because already globally, South African women are known for having a big ass. Globally, African women are known to carry a very big behind. So what is this trend about South African female celebrities constantly trying to readjust or always trying to get something done when it comes to their body? And even though, I myself know this very well, that if you work in the entertainment industry, looks are everything. You know, if you are in front of the camera, if you are an influencer, or your job is to look physically appealing at all times, there's always something that's gonna need to get done. But it begs the question then that if already globally South African women are known for having beautiful bodies, but we have been jumping on this train of always trying to get something to get done, whether it's our breasts, whether it's snatching our waists, or whether it's the big ass itself. Are we trying to emulate what the Western culture has made us believe to be the beauty standards of what is considered beauty in its entirety? Or are we genuinely doing this so that we make ourselves feel good about ourselves? It really begs the question that, is it a self-esteem issue, or are we genuinely doing this because we want to do it for the goodness of our very own mental health and mental state of mind? I don't know, but it has become very strange to me that people would even risk their lives going under the knife just so they can attain what is now believed to be the beauty standard globally. I think what concerns me the most is not how badly we would put ourselves at risk just to attain what is believed to be beauty. It's the risks that comes with what we are putting ourselves and our bodies through to attain these beauty standards. I think the case of the Nigerian celebrity, I think she was an influencer. I think her name was Jessica. I'm not sure about her surname, but recently there is a Nigerian influencer that went under the knife because she just kept getting one BBL after the other, one BBL after the other, until she actually passed away while she was undergoing another procedure. I think that for me kind of speaks volumes about how dangerous these procedures can be and how risky they can be for one's life. But when you look at South African celebrities like Usindi Tango, who I've met before, way before the BBL, she had an incredible body, she had an incredible figure, an incredible butt, and it would never make sense to me as to why she would go under the knife. But I think this also has a lot to do with how we feel about ourselves psychologically. Now, as much as I am not a psychological doctor or professional, whatever you want to call it, but I do think it all boils down to what we feel about ourselves psychologically and how we look at ourselves, and what we think of ourselves and what we believe ourselves to be when we're looking at ourselves in the mirror. Because is this body dysmorphia? Because why would a person go through the very first procedure and we would see, wow, okay, damn, this looks amazing, it looks nice, but it's like there's a level of dissatisfaction for these people because there's a constant need and urge to want to go back and get these procedures done. And for us, we're just standbys that are just onlookers, and we're looking at this thinking, what is happening? Because why would a person go through several procedures just to get to this look? It is crazy to me. And the crazy thing about me is that I'm the type of person that believes, I am a firm believer in, if you don't like something about yourself, then by all means, change it. If you don't like how fat you are, or if you feel like you are fat, go to gym, lose some weight, I don't know, take Ozempic, whatever it is that you need to do to make yourself feel happy about your body, change it. Crazy enough, I also do firmly believe that if you feel like you're dark and you would prefer to be lighter, bleach your skin. I am all for that. I will never tell the next person what they need to do with their body in order for them to feel comfortable. I am all for, if there are changes that can be done in order for you to feel the comfortability and the confidence that you need to regain in your own self-esteem, then by all means, go ahead and get whatever it is that you will need to get done. Then if it's going to make you feel good about yourself. But it has been so crazy to watch what started off as South African female celebrities, and I don't want to put so much emphasis on the South African female celebrities, but that is gonna be my point of reference for this conversation, because that is all I've seen it happen to. There are no people closer to me in my circle that I know of that have underwent procedures like this. It's only the celebrities that I follow on social media that I know of who have underwent these procedures. I don't know of anyone in my circle who has been like, oh, I'm not happy with my bum, I'm gonna go get a big bum. I mean, of course, in my circle of friends, we've had conversations about what makes us uncomfortable and what we're going to do to make those changes. But I don't personally know of anyone in my circle that has been like, I don't like my bum, I'm going to go for a BBL. But I am all for that. I'm all for people doing or readjusting what needs to be readjusted. But I kind of miss the good old days, when things like procedures like these were kept under wraps. You remember back in the day when, like, our favorite celebrities, and I mean global celebrities, would undergo particular or specific procedures, and they will keep it under wraps. They will keep it a secret. They will never admit to getting their boobies done, even though sometimes we would see that no breast would naturally look like that. But they kept it under wraps. It was not necessarily taboo, but it was an unspoken rule. In Hollywood, a lot of celebrities would go and have their boobies done, their nose job, and would never speak about it. They would never openly admit to having these procedures done. And whether that is a good thing or a bad thing is neither here or there. My point is that we live in a day and age where influencers and celebrities want to document each and every single thing that they do on social media. When they undergo these procedures, they are filming themselves going through these procedures. They're filming themselves in the doctor's room, in the doctor's consultation room, having these conversations with the doctor about getting their liposuction, getting their nose jobs, getting their bums. It is crazy to me how open. But I guess that's the advantage of social media, is that it makes everything very accessible. It makes everything easily accessible. The fact that these influencers are not hiding the fact that they are getting these procedures and are very open with their followers, I guess that's where the love comes from. But also, it just makes me question a whole bunch of things, because it has become so dangerous. It has become so risky, and you watch people go for these procedures without thoroughly doing their research on the doctor that's going to perform these procedures, first of all. And when they do go to particular doctors to get it done, they don't come out right. They are always botched, which then leads to them getting another procedure and another procedure and another procedure, and it becomes a whole mental thing, and it now morphs itself into a body dysmorphia, where people are having non-stop procedures one after the other, which it is crazy to live in a day and age where we are getting a front row seat into watching these celebrities and influencers go through these procedures. I mean, I just miss the big old days where celebrities will have these things done, but they will not be open about it. It was just a thing that was kept under the wraps in Hollywood, in Nollywood, whichever one. But it was just an unspoken rule in these social media spaces, or these social spaces, or these social entertainment spaces, that was just unspoken of. It is crazy now that we live in a day and age where people feel it's okay to document this. And I still can't get the video or the image of that girl from Nigeria who's an influencer. That video was making rounds on social media about, I think, a month ago, on X and every other social media platform. It was making rounds. That girl was lying on an operating table, and I don't know if she was waiting for her procedure to get done or whatever the case is, but it looked horrible. Whatever was happening just looked bad. And the video was also very, it was an explicit video. I won't put it here. I won't put it on here for you guys to see. But I remember watching the video and hearing that girl scream her lungs out while lying in that table for her to be operated. It was just a very horrible scene. I wouldn't recommend that you guys go and watch it. But if you are not as sensitive, you can go ahead and search for it on the internet and see what I'm talking about. But it was such a horrible sight to see. But anyways, tubers, please do leave your comments on the comment section right below and tell me what you guys think about this BBL pandemic that has taken over the entertainment industry in South Africa and globally. Do you think South African female celebrities are trying to emulate the Western culture so much that we have lost ourselves and lost sense of ourselves in the process, and who we are naturally as I don't know, as Africans or South Africans? Are we trying to become too westernized to a point where we are willing to go lengths and lengths of putting our lives at risks, all just for the sake of beauty? Do leave your comment on the comment section right below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.